One of the biggest challenges travelers on the working holiday face is not actually finding a job, but it's finding one quickly. We'll go through all the tools you need to find a job in New Zealand quickly in this video, plus we'll give you a complete job search checklist coming right up.
Hey guys, we're Robin and Laura, the team behind BackpackerGuide.NZ, helping you plan an epic trip to New Zealand.
In this video, we're not only going to show you how to find a job in New Zealand, but how to find one quickly. Finding a job quickly is pretty essential when you're on a really tight budget. With a proactive approach and using the multiple ways of finding a job in New Zealand that we'll list in this video, you're likely to find a job well within 2 weeks of job searching.
First, we'll go through 4 effective methods for finding job vacancies, and then we'll give you a complete checklist for your New Zealand job search. But before we get started, give this video a like so we know to make more videos about working holidays in New Zealand in the future. Plus, we release new videos about New Zealand every single day, so make sure to hit the subscribe button for more.
And with that, let's get on with the video. First, let's talk about applying for New Zealand jobs online.
This is the first element of your job search. It's the easiest option because you don't even need to leave the hostel, as long as you have a good Wi-Fi connection, that is. And by the way, you can get more tips on finding Wi-Fi in New Zealand in another one of our videos linked up in the description below.
While applying for jobs online is an easy process, you do need to be quick because online job applications, especially in busy towns and cities, are super competitive. The quicker you apply for a job after it has been listed, the better. Most job listing websites actually will show you the date the job was listed on.
Another tip is to apply for New Zealand jobs online before you reach the destination where you want to find a job. This will give your job search a really good head start. You'll spend less time trying to find a job once you arrive in your chosen destination and more time attending interviews. Online job applications often take a couple of weeks to process, so putting some time aside while you are traveling around to apply for jobs will increase the chance of interviews to attend to once you arrive.
The New Zealand job listing websites and pages to check out include Trade Me, Seek, Recruit Me, Seasonal Jobs, Pick.NZ, and even our website, BackpackerGuide.NZ. We'll link up to an article with all of those websites listed in the description below.
If you know exactly which company you want to work for, go directly to their website where they sometimes display job openings. For example, this is a pretty popular method for New Zealand ski fields to get staff. As a cheeky extra tip, if you are looking for ski season jobs, which is pretty popular in New Zealand, we've linked up a couple of advice articles in the description too. Our next job searching tip is to make sure you also approach employers face to face.
Only a fraction of the jobs going in New Zealand are advertised online. Approaching an employer and simply asking for a job goes a long way in New Zealand.
Once you have found a place you love and you want to find a job in, print off some CVs and take a walk around the town. Walk into offices, hostels, shops, cafes, for example, and ask for the manager and ask if there are any job openings available. Showing you are proactive and confident are traits highly sought by employers.
With this method, you need to be persistent. You might not get a job on the first try, you may not get a job on the third try, but there might be something waiting just around the corner for you. This is by far the most effective method to find a job in New Zealand, trust us. Believe it or not, another method of finding a job in New Zealand is to browse newspapers, bulletins, and job boards.
Probably your first experience of living like a local is picking up a local newspaper or bulletin, which is a magazine with short news stories and classified advertising, and having a look at the job listings. These can usually be found in convenience stores and bottle shops. Find out when the newspaper or bulletin is released so you can be one of the first to pick it up and apply for the jobs inside.
And yes, they still use notice boards in New Zealand. These are found in local supermarkets and convenience stores. At the entrance of supermarket, they often have a huge notice board filled with job ads, room to rent, and items to sell. A similar sort of things can be found in many backpacker hostels. Just go to the reception and ask the receptionist if your hostel has a job notice board, and if yes, where it is. Another thing you can do to boost the job searching process is joining a recruitment agency.
This option is by no means something you should solely rely on, but it's certainly a helpful tool in your job search kit.
The idea of a recruitment agency is for them to match you up with an interview with potential employers. Signing up to a job recruitment agency is usually free, so technically you've got nothing to lose. Plus, they have access to jobs that may not be advertised elsewhere.
You can read our full guide on job recruitment agencies on BackpackerGuide.NZ for more information on how they work. Although they are a good way of finding employers, remember that getting the job with your CV and interview is up to you. So that's some of the effective ways of finding job vacancies covered. But as promised, here's the checklist for finding a job in New Zealand quickly.
First, make sure that you are legally able to work in New Zealand by having a work visa or working holiday visa. It is illegal to work in New Zealand as a visitor, and an employer wouldn't hire you without a work visa anyway.
Second, employers will need your IRD number, tax code and New Zealand bank account details, so make sure to sort all of that out before doing your job search. Check out our video on how to set all that up, linked up in the description below.
Next, create a killer New Zealand CV using our How to Create a New Zealand CV guide linked up in the description below too.
Once you have your CV sorted and you're on the road, send off some online applications before arriving in the destination where you want to work.
Once you arrive in an area that you want to work in, print off some CVs and approach employers face to face. Introduce yourself and ask if there is any job available.
Also, look at the supermarket job boards, hostel job boards, newspapers and bulletins for more job listings and apply as soon as possible.
Book an appointment to join a local job recruitment agency to complement all of the previous steps.
Finally, nail the job interview by following our How to Nail a Job Interview in New Zealand, linked up in the description below.
Before we wrap up this video, we'll just give you these last few tips that will help you tremendously on your job search.
We recommend being open-minded when choosing jobs to apply for to make things go faster. What we've seen slowing down a lot of people is that they are looking for something too specific. A working holiday is all about trying new things no matter how random they are, as well as, of course, funding the rest of your trip. Don't worry about not gaining the right experience for your chosen career while you're in New Zealand, because there's actually a lot of ways you can spin your CV to show that a gap year is valuable experience to future employers. We'll link up those tips in the description below.
Also, remember that finding a job and getting a job is actually a full-time job in itself. Unless you're super lucky, investing time and effort is the only way you're going to get a job fast. Don't expect a job to come and find you.
And a question we are often asked is if being on a working holiday visa reduces your chances of getting a job. Although you can't take up permanent employment, it absolutely does not impact your job search in New Zealand. If anything, seasonal and temporary workers are encouraged, as backpackers have a reputation of being hard workers.
So that's it for how to find quickly a job in New Zealand. If you have any question about your working holiday in New Zealand or how to find job in this country, make sure to stick them in the comment below. We will be here to answer them for you, and this will help everybody else. Plus, we publish new video about New Zealand every single day. So if you're currently planning your trip, make sure to subscribe right now. So we'll be here to help you all the way.
Until next time, keep exploring.